I am on a journey to lose over 200 pounds, and this is what I eat in a day to help me reach that goal. I'll not only show you the meals, but also show you exactly how I do them, so you can try them out for yourself. Let us begin! Today we're making 3 meals. A breakfast yogurt bowl that tastes dangerously close to dessert, a protein-packed chickpea salad that takes under 10 minutes to make, and a slamming noodle recipe that tricks you into eating more veggies than you're meant to. Let's get into it. First up, the breakfast yogurt bowl. Start up with the yogurt. I'm using Lindahl's Mango Quark, which is a high-protein, low-fat dairy product, kinda like Greek yogurt. If you can find it, plain low-fat Greek yogurt works just as well. So measure out 250 grams on a kitchen scale. I go with the frozen berries next, so they have time to thaw. I'm using a mix of cran, straw, and blue berries. Chia seeds add some fiber and omega-3s, and help this bowl actually keep me full. I go with 2 teaspoons. A full banana adds about 100 calories and a nice hit of potassium. Good energy without the crash, and also some sweetness. Whey protein. Since we're following the banana flavor makes sense. 1 scoop of whey adds 20 grams of protein with 0 effort. Now it's time to give it all a mix, and boy did I wish I had a bigger bowl. But it is what it is. And well, my reaction says it all.
This is not breakfast. This is dessert. Holy crap. Oh my god. Yeah, I gotta go.
Next up, lunch. A high-protein chickpea tuna salad that takes 10 minutes and 0 brain power. Drain and rinse your chickpeas in a sieve, and then toss them in the air fryer for a bit of crunch and roastiness. I use one of these round parchment papers just to make sure that it doesn't get dirty and it's easy to clean. While the chickpeas are roasting, time to prep the rest of the veg. I put in some fresh cucumber and I like to take out this, well, watery part thing from the middle, so it doesn't get too soggy. Put that to the side and then slice up some nice cherry tomatoes. I slice them up in the middle and just leave them as is. Put everything in a big bowl and then it's eggy time. I really love eggs, so I go with 4 boiled eggs and I just cut them up in big chunks. Chickpeas are done, so I transfer them to a new bowl. Carefully. And before we mix everything together, I like to just run my knife through the baby spinach. I feel like it's a bit too big, so, bite-sized chunks. With everything ready, now it's time to put it all together. Let's of course not forget about the tuna, as I almost did. So add the tuna to the bowl. And of course, let's spice it up. I like to put salt in the palm of my hand, not directly onto the salad, so I know exactly how much it is. And I just grab pinches of it and salt it. I use a good amount of roasted paprika, some nice black pepper, a nice drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, and some lime juice. Time to mix it all up, and I'm sure glad I chose the right size bowl. And there you have it, about 50 grams of protein, 500 calories per serving, and a nice fresh salad, especially for those hot days. I portion it up in glass containers and keep it in the fridge. It can last up to 3 to 4 days. Alright, dinner time. I'm making a veggie-packed stir-fry with ramen noodles. Simple, quick, and satisfying. And a pro tip from someone who's definitely learned the hard way, have everything chopped and ready before you start. Because once that pan's hot, it's a sprint, not a marathon. No one wants to be juggling knives and noodles at the same time. And I go with some red bell peppers and cut them into bite-sized pieces. The yellow one is just to vary color. It makes no real difference to the overall taste. And I did say this recipe has a lot of vegetables in it. So grab a head of broccoli and just cut off the little florets. Make sure you make them into bite-sized pieces. For onions, I'm using 2 kinds. Banana shallot, which I love for its sweet, mild flavor that adds a nice balance without overpowering, and the trusty yellow onion, bringing the classic sharp onionness we all know and sometimes love to hate. Bite-sized pieces all around, no need for MasterChef skills here. And once all the vegetable avengers have been assembled, it's time to go at the stove. Alright, pan's heated and ready. First up, in goes the meat. Break it apart right away so it browns evenly and gets that good crispy texture. Once it's browned a bit on the bottom, give it a flip and keep breaking it up into little pebbles, getting that perfect texture. Smoked paprika goes in, and then I keep breaking it up into little pebbles. And this is kind of what you want it to look like. Set it aside and oil up the pan a little bit more. It's time for the vegetables. Yellow onion goes in, followed up by the shallots and the paprikas. Give them all a good stir and let them soften up a little bit before you add up the broccoli. Once they got to know each other a little bit, it's time to add up some sauce. I'm using some low-calorie, low-sugar hoisin sauce, which really brings this dish together. Don't laugh at my comically large jar of garlic, but we add up some garlic powder and then some regular paprika. Give it a quick stir, and now it's time for the meat to return to the battlefield. Drizzle up a little bit more sauce to taste. It's always better to add in batches. You can always add more, but you cannot take it out. And I almost forgot to add a whole can of water chestnuts. And once it starts to look really good and actually like a meal, it's time to add up the noodles. These ramen noodles are quite interesting, 152 calories per 100 grams, and they actually have 4.7 grams of protein per 100 grams, which is not bad. Not bad at all. One more toss and one more stir, and we're done. And just like that, you're looking at nearly 70 grams of protein and around 850 calories in one hearty serving. Fuel that's satisfying, keeps you full, and powers your whole day without the fluff. Divide them up into containers and you got yourself a nice meal prep for tomorrow. And there you have it. This day comes in at just under 2,000 calories and packs close to 200 grams of protein. Perfect for keeping me full and fueled on my weight loss journey. If you're into real food that works, hit like, subscribe, and let me know which meal you're gonna try first. Thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one. Chonk out.